What's up, guys? Welcome to Double Chai News. It's Dan.
It's Yi.
Michael will be back later this week. Another touching story from China, and this one is a little bit different and it's still touching, just the same. Did you cry when you read this?
Not at all, actually.
Just like a little bit.
I mean, I was smiling when I read it, but I didn't.
You didn't feel like the knot reaching the bottom of your
Here's the
neck.
thing, but this is
throat.
not a typical story that would bring tears. This is just a story that makes you kind of feel like people can really make the best out of each other and what they got.
Sure, it's not a tearjerker, but it's so like heartwarming because you just never you see this in Asia. Of course, there's a lot of older couples that stay together, and also around the world. Just last week talking about couples that have been together for like 60 years or whatever. But the way in which they lived their entire lives is pretty remarkable. They lived in a cave.
A cave.
Actual cave.
With a shack in it.
Yes. And this isn't uncommon. Like, people in parts of rural China live in caves. They just do.
Well, not a lot of people live in caves that are just caves. There are cave homes where they're kind of built into the clay or built into an area that's kind of like...
Right. It's still with walls and...
With walls, it's an actual home. When you open, there's doors and windows and stuff like that.
No, this is a cave.
But this is a cave. This is a cave.
This is a cave. Like, actual cave, right?
No, it's like, what is it?
It's a cave. It's awesome. Dude, look at this is, first of all, the scenery must be gorgeous. And this is one of the reasons they never moved out, of course. So they've been living there. They raised children there. They lived 54 years instead of this cave. The couple is 81 and 77.
Well, here's the thing. The original reason that they moved into the cave is because they couldn't afford a house.
Right.
And so in the beginning, it was kind of circumstances that forced them into the cave.
Right.
Which a lot of people, when they look at these pictures, yes, it's heartwarming, but they'll be like, wow, like some people have to resort to living in caves. Like, not everyone will see this as a great thing. But the old couple feels like it's great because apparently, and as all cave homes are, it's cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
Right.
One of the main reasons is because there's like a spring well or something like that, so they always have access to fresh water.
But that's why I love this story so much, because outsiders would be like, dude, how can you live in a cave? Or they'd be like, that must have not been fun. It wasn't their first choice to live in a cave when they got married. I'm sure everyone wants to have a house, but that was the circumstances, and they raised the children in the house, and now they don't want to move out. And if you think about this, right, like, after you pass away, let's say, what's the difference, like, if you lived in a palace your whole life, but maybe you weren't that happy, maybe you didn't have a great marriage, okay, maybe, there was a lot of pain and turmoil, but then let's say you lived in a cave, and you loved your wife, and you guys had a great family, at the end of the day, you still died. But the difference is you supported each other, they can't imagine living anywhere else, versus, okay, you have material things. I'm not saying go outside and live in a cave, but if you really look at it, like, this is such a touching story, because
it's the spirit of it.
Exactly.
It's not going to be like everybody go live in a cave. It's more like when you have each other and you can appreciate the life you've built, then it's not really about wherever you live. It's not about the house, the cave, other place.
Right. Because they have each other.
They have each other, and they raised 4 children there. I mean, like you said, that's pretty remarkable. I mean, I don't know where the children are at now or how they felt about growing up in a cave, but this appears to be a rural part of China. Well, it's in Sichuan, by the way.
Right.
And, maybe that wasn't such a big deal. The local officials have been telling them to move into a more comfortable situation, and they were like, no, we really don't want to leave. But to other people, they really can't understand why they want to live here.
I think that there's a lot to be learned from people who enjoy the simple things in life.
And people who don't look at, other things, but, they make the best out of the circumstance.
Exactly. Hey, so would you live with me in a cave?
What kind of cave?
Like this.
This cave? Well, if we could make a living off of it, I mean, if we can farm and have... chickens and stuff.
Like we had chickens.
Yeah, if we had chickens and...
if we're not missing the necessities.
Not missing the necessities.
But we just don't say have like a car or television.
No, here's the thing. I feel like a community, if you live in a community that requires you to have these things, you have to have them.
Correct.
But if you live in this old couple, like they're not in a circumstance where they need to commute to work, so it works for them. So yes, I if we were in the situation where we can totally be self-sufficient, where we can, farm our own food and like have eggs to eat and stuff like that, then yeah, I would be fine with it.
But that's not like a preference. You're not like, yeah, I want to live in a farm or a cave.
No, because I've already adapted to city life.
Gotcha.
To me, I would feel like that's purposefully picking yourself and forcing something. If the circumstances made it so that, just God forbid, something disastrous happened and I had to go live in a cave tomorrow because my house got destroyed, then I would be okay with it and I would just make the best out of my situation.
Cool. All right, next vacation, Sichuan Cave. Just kidding. All right, guys, let us know what you guys think of this story. Thanks again for watching. See you later.
Bye.